guys, just something a little bit different for today's episode, because today I'm gonna do another full-fledged video this time. I haven't done one of these in a while, and I know I'm still continuing on a couple of other games that I'm playing, but I decided that for today's video, I want to try something a little bit different this time. A game that I hadn't played in a long while, and kind of wanted to see if I can try and get into the full game of it. So, this is a dual collection that I have of both Puzzle Dragons Z and Puzzle Dragons Super Mario Bros. Edition. A game that I'm not sure anyone even knew even existed. This was, I think, collabed with Dragon Quest for a very unique sort of duology game. And it was released back in, I think, 2015, if I recall correctly. So, this is my first time actually trying to go through the full game, because I didn't manage to get through very far into the game, but I only made it all the way to World 6 during my first playthrough, and I wanted to try and do a new file of this game, so I decided why not? Let's do a new game and try to see if we can do a little better than that, huh? Well, let's start up a new game and start it up. Honestly, I'm ready for this, because it has been a while since I played this game, and I think it's time that I give it the full-fledged treatment that it deserves. Anyway, one day in the Mushroom Kingdom, bright orbs popped up at Princess Peach's castle, right out of nowhere. Princess Peach invited Mario to the castle to show him these wondrous orbs. But just as he came near, Mario, Princess Peach has been stolen away by Bowser and his baddies. See, it's right here in this letter. Hey, Mario, I've grabbed Peach and taken those orbs. Got a problem with that? You know where to find me. Blah, ha, ha, ha. Bowser. It's bad enough that Bowser took the princess, but his crew stole those orbs too. Bowser's minion Kamek has used the power of those orbs to make things even worse. He cast a spell that flooded the Mushroom Kingdom with more orbs. Now they're everywhere. Hey, I've got an idea, Mario. I bet you can use the orbs too. So let's rescue Peach. We'll figure out how to use these orbs on the way. Kamek's spell also resulted in some enemies being trapped inside baddie blocks. When you find and open these baddie boxes, the enemies inside will become allies. Here are 2 baddie blocks. Let's open them to get the allies inside. So, these 2 are going to be our first available allies that will come in handy within our journey, of course. So first up, a green block. Here is Goomba, the loon steed that's going to be our first ally that we're going to have on our journey. Pretty obvious stuff. And as for the blue block, we got Koopa Troopa onto the team. Now, as you see, these orbs indicate certain weaknesses that some of these enemies and your team is going to have. So it's important to keep this in mind as we go through the journey. You get 2 allies. They'll be great for your team. Now, let's head into the first course. World 1-1, baby. Before entering the course, you need to select a helper. The helper will support your team during that course, which in this case, we'll get Red Toad onto the team. Your first team is ready. Now let's head into the course to start your adventure. Let's go! World 1-1. Alright, so, the objective of this game is pretty simple when you think about it. You basically have to go through the entirety of the game using different combos and orbs. You use these orbs to battle your way through the course. They're going to demonstrate how you do it. You can move on an orb freely just like that, changing the positions of other orbs. You'll clear orbs by matching 3 or more horizontally or vertically. These are your teammates. They'll attack if the orbs you clear match their element. The enemy will attack when turn counter above it reaches 0. This is your hit points total. You'll lose if you run out of HP. You can recover some by clearing heart orbs. Try to clear some orbs. Drag and drop the glowing orb to the bottom row. Watch how you make matches as you drag it. The more orb chains you clear with a move, the greater your total combo damage will be. And just like that, the Goombas took it out. You can move an orb around the orb field until you run out of time. Alright, that's battle number 1 cleared. Your teammates will get experience points after a battle. They'll level up if they gain enough XP. You may also win coins, which you'll be able to spend later in your adventure. Alright, next battle. Next up, we got 2 Goombas. If you encounter more than one enemy, there's a way to attack all of them at once. To launch a group attack, clear 5 or more orbs in a line. Give it a try. Match 5 red orbs in a line. Bam! Both Goombas are taken out. Your teammates also give you special skills that you can activate. So next up, we got a Koopa that we have to deal with next up. To see their skills, touch the skills button on the lower screen. You can press A too. You can use a skill when its counter reaches 0. It counts down each turn that you match orbs. Skills that are ready to use are marked with a flashing S. This time, choose Bash. Bash! Bop! And that Koopa Troopa's down, and we got a blue orb for our troubles for that. You'll be able to use lots of skills in your adventure. Well, as many as you can. That's how you battle. Now, head to the end of the course. Alright, let's move forward. Alright, it's time for our boss fight. Here we are. We have to battle against 3 Goombas here. Each of these levels each consist of a different boss fight within them, and for the majority of a lot of these so-called battles, you'll have to battle against certain types of enemies as you go through each fight. And as you may guess, the new Super Mario Bros. Wii mini-boss theme is playing for these fights, and that's pretty much true for all of these battles that you go through throughout the game as you progress. Keep in mind this is not exactly true for every single battle, but there are going to be special cases where there are other fights that you'll encounter later as we progress through the adventure. But keep this in mind for now, this is only our first battle that we're tackling through, so... Alright, so let's do... Wow, that was slow. Well, we got rid of one Goomba at least. Alright, that's not too much damage, so I'm not worried about that. There's a trick that you can use to your advantage where you can actually, Oh, baby! 9 combo, baby! You 2 are dead! And we get a wood block for our troubles, too! Alright! Dun 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 dun. Alright, World 1-1 is cleared. And we get a wood and a water block in exchange. Alright, so we get ourselves a second Goomba and a second Koopa Troopa. I'll gladly take that. Alright, this gives us access to World 1-2, which I'm not going to actually cut. We're going to head over there next. Hey Mario, I found someone who will be a helper for you. The more helpers you have, the better. Alright, since we just completed World 1-1, Green Sodas came to help us. So we now have access to him. You'll find more helpers the farther you go on your adventure. You'll always add a helper to your team before starting a course. Alright, with that, let's head over to World 1-2. When you enter a course, you'll need to pick a team to use. Let's build one from all of the new teammates you have. Now, touch the Edit Team option to start making your team. You can press Y too, but you can now create 6 different teams and can switch between them by pressing the L and R buttons. You started with Team 1. Let's make Team 2. Press the R button to switch to it. When making a team, you'll need to select a leader and allies. Let's pick a leader first. Let's have Small Luigi be the leader this time. Drag and drop him into the lead position. Oh, whoops. There we go. You can choose either of the brothers to lead. The other one can be chosen as a helper. Now, add allies to the team. Touch the allies button on the left to see your collection. Drag and drop all of your allies into the ally positions next to the team leader. That's all you need to do to create a team. You can also put a different leader or allies on a team you've already made. You can edit teams when you enter a course. You can also do it at a Toad House. Let's return to the select team screen. Touch OK. Touch OK to confirm that you want to use Team 2, then pick a helper on the next screen. And for our helper, let's do Green Toad this time. Let's go! Alright, World 1-2, here we go. Every now and then, you'll see radiant orbs. Those are super orbs. If you clear a super orb, you'll do much greater damage to enemies. Now see what kind of damage you can do with these orbs. Alright, so first up we got ourselves a Goomba and a Koopa to deal with. It shouldn't really be that difficult, so... It could have been better. Both of them are so dead, though. We get another water block, though. I will take that. Alright. Next up, we got another Goomba and a Koopa to deal with. Oh, baby, they are so dead! I got a 12 combo without even trying! Oh, we got a rare item! We just got a Goomba coin! You get that if you get a 10 combo, and it's one of the rare items in the game. Okay, I'll gladly take that Goomba coin. Gladly. Alright, so we got another Koopa and a Goomba to deal with. Alright. Let's do this. That's a pretty sweet combo, I gotta say. Okay, not bad. Alright, moving forward. Alright, time for the boss. This time we've got to deal with 3 Koopa Troopas. So this is our boss that we gotta deal with. Alright. Let's do this. Alright, let's target this guy first. Alright, just this Koopa left in the middle. Alright, what's he gonna do? Green Shell! Alright, he's gonna nullify fire damage, but that's not gonna really matter since I don't have any fire allies anyway. So, you made a bad decision for doing that, Mr. Koopa. Because you're gonna be dead in just a couple of seconds. Yeah, that guy's dead. What did I tell y'all? And we get a star coin for that too. Nice! That's another rare item that you can also get. Alright! Alright, World 1-2 is cleared. We get 2 Koopa Troopas in exchange for that, so I'm perfectly taking it. Not bad at all. Alright, with that, we're led to World 1-3 next. With that, Blue Toad is coming with us as a new helper. You have more options for your teams. Don't forget to add new leaders and allies teams and to include new helpers when you enter courses. You can always edit or create teams at the Toad House, too. Alright, we'll do that in a little bit. But for now, let's go ahead and go over to this next stage. Blue to get back over to Mario, because I'm more used to using him most of the time for these situations. Alright, for now, let's stick with this group. And because we just got a new Toad onto the squad, let's go ahead and bring in Blue Toad this time. Let's go! Alright, let's begin. There's a little more to learn later in this course. Battle onward for now. Alright, so first up, we got a new enemy in a Paragoomba, plus another Koopa that we gotta deal with. So, as you progress through your adventure, you'll also see tons more enemies as we go through the journey. And you can get these enemies later, but you'll have to revolve around a certain mechanic to get them. I'll explain that later when we get over to that point later. Well, we got a 7 combo at least, not a 10 combo, but still. Alright, we got another item. We got a P-Wing. These are going to be handy for later. And we got another water block for our troubles, too. Alright, so you come to your first branching path. You can choose a path by clearing more orbs of its color than in any other. Go down the pipe on the right. Clear more fire orbs than any other kind of orb. So for that, let's do that. Alright, let's go down the pipe. So these pipes lead to different areas. You found a question block, which has a special item inside of it. You can open a question block by completing an orb challenge in a certain number of turns. Try to open this one. Okay, so we need to clear at least 6 water orbs, but the only issue is that this is going to be a little tricky, so let's do this. Crap. Okay. Alright, let's do this. Okay, thankfully. Oh, we got a 1-up mushroom! Nice! Nicely done. You opened it up and got an item inside. Now, battle your way to the end of this course. Alright! Good that we got a 1-up mushroom from that. Alright, moving on. Time for the boss. Alright, this time we gotta deal with a red Koopa Troopa, which is another new enemy, plus a Paragoomba and a Goomba. So, 3 different enemy types, 2 wood ones and 1 fire one. Okay, so let's see what we have to do here. What I suggest we do is this. And then, from there, oh, baby! Oh, baby! Holy cow, man! Oh, these guys are destroyed. That's a freaking 13 combo right there, man. Okay, we got 2 blocks and another P-Wing. I'll take it. We got a lot of experience from that, too. When you hear that fanfare, that's when you know you did something good. All right. We got another new Goomba. We got another new Koopa Troopa on top of that. And we get a new one to join our crew. There he is. Red Koopa Troopa has joined our crew. That's our first fire friend that we just got onto our team. And with that, this leads us to World 1-4. But we're not going to head over there yet. First, we have to actually head back over to the Toad House. You can now power up teammates at the Toad House. You'll do it by transferring XP from allies to another teammate. So for that, what we're going to do, head to the Toad House before continuing on. A Toad House has all sorts of useful spots that help you develop your team. 2 spots are currently open. Head to the power spot to power up a teammate. Here is power up. So here in this essential machinery thing, I guess you can call it, you can basically power up your teammates to however level you want to. You can transfer XP from allies to a single teammate here. It's a quick way to develop that teammate outside of battle. Give it a try. Choose a teammate that you want to power up. I think I feel like in a good mood to power up this Koopa Troopa here. Now choose an ally to depower for XP. You can pick more than one ally if you want. The teammate getting this XP will become stronger. Let's get rid of this Koopa Troopa because I don't think it's really necessary to include him. There we go. And then the other one we can access is edit teams. Where, you know, you can edit teams. So, pretty simple. And with that, I think this is a good place to stop for this episode. So I'm going to go ahead and save the game here. And that's going to wrap it up for today's video. Well, with that, guys, that is going to wrap it up for this first episode. I do hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you guys next time when we come back to begin episode number 2 and continue on with our journey. So, till next time, guys, I will see you guys later. So till next time, y'all,